Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm gonna wing it today. I'm gonna wing it. Normally, I have like an idea of what I want to work on. I think maybe we'll start pursuing the attunement system. Maybe. I'm not sure, but we'll figure something out. There we go. Let's make sure everything is built. We're gonna hop in and yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll do something. Something magical. The Modded Gamer. Hey, how's it going? Let me actually open up this soda that I have. Sick but good. Oh man. Yeah, hopefully you're not too sick. I may be coughing a little bit. Sickness is kind of lingering. My last one. Too sick to not want to be around people. Oh, that's called sickness, is it? No. That's just every day for me. All right, so we are going to... so I guess what have I done? I just released Alpha 16. It's available for people to try. A big change log. A lot of stuff. I've made a series of like debuffs as well. Other kinds of buffs. Like I'm starting to like build out these kind of systems so I can easily add more in the future. And the thing that I want to work on next is my ideas for the attunement system. I think the way attunement is going to work, I guess I need to step back. I had an idea. It's similar to like Ars Magica, right? With those elemental attunements. I mean, I don't want to have to run out and blow my nose every 5 minutes. Just snort that stuff right back in. Perfect. But the way the original thought with attunement was you would be able to pick a certain element and then you became like a fire mage, right? And then you would gain some perks, right? Some bonuses, some debuffs, right? Some it's almost like a class system, right? Like picking your class like a rust mage, right? You know, you would have positive and negative traits. The way you would accomplish that was through, like, I was going to have it be during a temporal storm. You build this structure, creates a portal, you walk through it, you become attuned with that element. You could change your attunement or remove it by building another portal. It activates during a temporal storm. It had a lot of overhead, and thinking about it, that's going to kind of feel empty, right? Like, it's a cool idea. Like, I like it just because it uses a temporal storm. But, I mean, what if a server doesn't have temporal storms, right? Like, I think there needed to be more to the idea. So, that being said, here, let me move my soda here. Another thought was having it be, like, in the your sanctum. And you would put something in there, but it's too... I don't know. It's too easy to circumvent, right? So the thought I have was making it a piece of armor, kind of like Final Fantasy XIV. You know, like you could be like a fighter, right? But to be a paladin, right, you had to have, you know, that little thing, right, like equipped, and then you can kind of become that class. So I think attunements are going to be a little bit the same there. So I'm going to have bunches of attunements, right? So you can attune to the light essence, neutral essence, or dark essence. When you attune, you will gain bonuses for the spells of that school that you're casting, right? So like if I'm darkness themed, like darkness attuned, all of my darkness buffs will last longer. All of my darkness spells, right, which would be wind, frost, and arcane spells, will do like 25% more damage. Debuffs would be any light spells would, you know, not last as long. Their damage would be reduced by 25%. You know, like any of the opposing elements. You would take more damage from those elements coming in, you know, but you would have less damage received from elements that you're attuned with, you know. So it kind of gives you a set of elements when you attune to like specialize in. And I think that's how the attunement system's gonna work. And then what will happen is, you know, the first thing I thought of, like, every time I make a system, I have to think about, how are people gonna break this, right? How are people gonna try and circumvent things? Because I could have 3 essences, right? And I'm like, yep, bam, I'm a light mage now. Bam, I'm a neutral. You know, bam, I just took this off, right? And now I'm whatever. You know, whatever it is. So I'm gonna end up putting a debuff on you, to where, and I think I can do this, to where in, like, if you put an item in the slot, right, and then you try to like take an item out, or that slot changes once an item's in there, then it'll put like a 15-minute debuff on you that basically makes it to where you cannot put anything else in there, right? It'll just drop it to the ground, right? So you can't in battle, right, like be far away and be like, oh, I'm gonna put on this soul, and you know, it's basically what it would be. So I think that's what we're gonna do. The first step in this whole thing is to actually make an emblem item. We are gonna make an emblem. I'm not sure. Ooh, I'm not sure what to call this thing. I don't know if I want to call it a soul. Really, you're attuning to an essence type. Maybe I could call them like mage souls, magic soul. I don't know. Names, like, as long as I know names, I can like last night doing the buffs, I create 2 brand new buffs, like start to finish, soup to nuts, like that. You know what I mean? Like, easy. But when it comes to like a simple thing like a meaningful name, I'm like, I don't know. Delicious. All right, so I guess for now, you know what, I'm going to call them mage souls. That's what I'm going to call them. So let's go into item types. This is going to be wearable. Copy and paste. So this is going to be armor emblem. Maybe I should just call it armor emblem instead of mage soul. Nah, you know, I'm going to call it a mage soul. Although, should I call it a mage soul? Because there is soul magic, right? Like that's the whole branch of magic that I want to put on, or want to make. Shit, I can't use mage soul. Damn it. All right, you know what? We're gonna pull up Chat GPT. I need names. I need names. What are you trying to do? A name for what? A name for the new item that you're gonna equip to attune to elements, right? So I want to be a like a dark wizard, a light wizard, neutral, like whatever the path is, whatever the name is. I want an item that you could put on, you know. So like if I want to be attuned to like the light essence type, not elemental stone. Elemental stone wouldn't be a bad idea. So I can't use anything like a sigil. A stone. So I don't think it should have stone in it, because I have enchanted stone, the netherite stone, the astrolith stone, right? The zeganite stone. So it would feel more like a building block, a core, essence of XYZ. See, it would help if I could. So the naming format, it would help to do something like a core isn't bad. I think I actually have that written down in my, like, I do have notes for this. Like, I think it was like Gaia's core was going to be one of the like when I was doing, like, you know, specific elements you would attune to, you know, like the aqua core, and then I started to back out from that. Like, it needs to be able to have light, neutral, and dark in the name and still have it make sense. Yeah, that's the problem with names. I do this about my novel all day. You want this to be, like, thing to be perfect. Yeah, exactly, right? Because, like, this, so when I make this item, like, whatever, like, the registry name is, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to change it later. You know, like, I'm gonna have to touch, and the longer I let it ride and the more intricate I make it, it's like, okay, I gotta do remappings for, you know, this and that. And, you know, attunement core, I think that's a good generalized name. I'm gonna just do that. Attunement core, perfect. I like that. All right, so anywhere where it's armor arm, which only should be a couple of places. Boop. Bam, bam, and bam. All right, so I got to go through this. So there are going to be 3 different types. I think for these different types, we're going to delete that. I'm just going to have it be light, neutral, and dark. I'll get rid of those. Get rid of that, that, and that. Boop. The storage flag, shoot. 128 isn't going to be the storage flag we want. Let's look at the game assets. Survival. Items. Wearable. Emblem. Oh shit, the storage flag is 128. Cool. Okay. Nice. Shard. Woo, I helped. Could call it a core shard. Like it's a shard of something greater. Actually, so the way I'm gonna do this is it's kind of like the essence, like the essence ash. The localized name will be like attunement core dash light, and then from there I can give it a fancy name for like localization, right? So I could call it like, you know, the whatever, the shard of darkness, or you know what I mean? Like I could give it any human readable name, but at least when it's registered, attunement core does make sense because it's how you'll do attunement, you know? No, I think we nailed it first thing right there. I think we got it. It's not in its final form, but I think we got it. I'm feeling good about it. I believe we're gonna want to change a couple other things in here, so I don't need to skip anything. Attunement core to put all this stuff together. Ugh. It's not really made by synthesis. We'll leave that for now. I'm not sure how you're gonna make this. It would make sense to cost a bunch of essence in some way. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out, how you actually make this. Funny thing is, I could do something where you basically take a lacrima that's filled, like a filled lacrima, and maybe use that to convert it into an item, right? This item. It would take a stupid amount of essence, but I think it'd be cool to like have something to work towards, you know? Actually, how big are lacrimas? I forgot the size of the lacrima. We'll go into that later though. So this part here, wearable attachment, here we go, instead of arm. I think we just want to put in emblem. It's not going to give any warmth. We are going to get rid of this for now. We're not onto magic stats. Let's just create the item, make sure it's equipable. Yep, it's going to go right into the equipment slot. Okay, this is the first kind of mapping we're going to have to do. Let's go into shapes. There it is. Entities, humanoid. We're going to make a folder called emblem. Copy and paste. So I guess I'll make 3 different things. This will be attunement core dash light. And before I make anything else, we're going to pull up the model creator. I'm going to blank this out. So I can eventually add some kind of appearance that shows up on your person. I think it'd be cool to put like a rune on your forehead or something. You know what I mean? Like you are attuned to that element. But for now, because that's nice to have, I'd rather get the core system working. So we will focus on that instead. Entities, humanoid, emblem, open. See, yeah, this is a bag. I'm gonna just get rid of everything. We're gonna blank it out, save it. There we go. That's what I want to see. Something that's completely blank. Copy, paste, paste. You know what? You know what? We will not completely blank it out. We're gonna open that back up. And I'm just going to put a square in there. I'm just going to put a little square, and then I'm going to set it to be transparent. Just because I don't think I can do what I want to do there. It will try to render this, and it may see it as a null. So let's give it an origin of everything zeroed out. In that origin, let's make the origin the center. Now we're going to create a new block, so this will just be a basic cube. I don't have to do much else to this. File, save. Boom. There we go. Now see this is what I'm talking about. So instead of null, I'm just going to manually change all these to default. There we go, 12 occurrences, save. Now that that's done, I can copy and paste this a couple more times. So this will be dark, this will be, neutral. I'm still not used to this new mouse. My mouse died yesterday, so I'm using like a random one that I had around while I'm waiting for a new mouse to come in. It's horrible. Instead of attunement core, a tuning core. No, I think we got it. The system's going to be called attunement. All right, this is essence attunement. So if anything, I should be putting essence attunement core, or just essence attunement. But you know, this is the thing, right? Like we're getting hung up on the perfect registry name that only I'm going to see, right? And anyone who turns on debugging and hovering over the item. I think we got it with attunement core. I think we got it. But now I'm starting to second guess myself because we're still talking about it. And I'm like, did we get it though? Did we get it? Is that not a good name? All right, so we have entities, humanoids, emblem. And we got attunement core. Is that a good name? I feel the walls closing in. My brain can't think. There we go. We got that. We're gonna go ahead and just keep the default there. I'm gonna get rid of all the other mappings. is going to be for light. Copy, paste, paste, right? We're going to have a neutral. And we'll have a dark. And again, this isn't going to look like anything. Not yet. Excuse me. Right, it's fine. Good, good, good. All right, entities. So I got that. We got the mapping. I don't think we really need like a. You know what we do? We do because you're gonna soul bind this to yourself. You're gonna use a soul bind system. I want that first person hand transforms. Ugh. I guess I'll leave all this stuff. Kind of clean up the code a little bit, just a tidbit. Bam. Build. Wonder why modders don't add their name to their items they add in RimWorld Vanilla Expanded adds VFE for Vanilla Faction Expanded and other modules they use, but often when I have mod conflicts, I'm staring at a lot of generic terms, wondering with how many 100 mods toss that generic error. You know, it's funny you mention that. I've noticed that too. It becomes very hard to troubleshoot. So what you will notice is something like this, right? My Essence Ash. Even if someone else has Essence Ash, I put my mod ID after it, right? So if there's a crash and there's a certain file and I see RM for like Rustbound Magic, or I see VB for Vice Blocks, or, you know, VM for ViesCraft Machines, then I know the error is actually with my mod and not the generic, like, oh, this is, you know, generic Barry. You know what I mean? So I do things like that. But yeah, I know what you mean. Not only that, a lot of my anything that gives an error print statement has my mod ID assigned to it. So actually in here, I actually have a method that I call for the logging of it, and it automatically prints this before printing out whatever the error is. So when you look at the logs, you'll see Rustbound Magic, and then, you know, failed to initialize block, you know, for like if I'm doing something special, or, you know, failed to load entity for whatever reason. So I try to do things like that. Now, there's probably more that I could do, but that just goes to, you know, that's just my, my lack of knowledge. All right, so we're going to build this. I think for now, we're good. I think so. Yeah, it's always error in syntax equals block is square. Ah, delicious. So we're gonna have an invisible item that we can put in the emblem slot. Invisible item. I probably should put it like on your head. Probably should do that. All right, so equipment. So there it is. 1, 2, and 3. If I take one of those out, man, I should have gave it something. Something. Should have done something with it. You know what? I will do something with it, because this is going to annoy me, not being able to see the item. So let's open this back up. File open. I'm doing this live. So this will I'll put it like right in the middle here. Whoops. There we go. right there. And you know what? We'll make it like a little stump. Here we go. File save. Funny thing is, I think it would be faster to do a copy and paste now, right? So that was dark. Let's close this. So let me get rid of this and this, right? Because this is our new file. Paste. And we'll just rename this light and this to neutral. Yep, that was a lot faster. And you know what? I will give it a texture just so I can see it. Instead of default. I need to manually change the mapping here. Right? Because that is what we don't want to be default. I'll just call it material. Whoops. Damn it. I think my keyboard's starting to die too. This is a sad day. I'll just call it material. If I could spell material right. Bam, 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 bam. There we go. Change default to material. Save, last one. Change default to material, whoops. There we go. Now we can go back to here, create something new. I'm gonna call this material. Delete that. Let's do color blue. Copy and paste. This will be color white. Why not? This will be color black. There we go. Now I will actually be able to see these items. They're going to be tiny, but I will actually see them. No, any amount is fine in some way. When it prints, it's easier to get right to the info people needed. And if more modders adopted it, I wouldn't need to go into extreme mode testing it. Yeah. The reason why I did what I did is because a lot of people have come up to me and they're like, oh, your mod's having issues. And it's almost never my mod. You know, it's like, guys, like let me read that crash report for you. You see, just because my mod is in your mods list doesn't mean that, you know, like block cheese isn't in my mod. this is a runestone mod, you know. This adds windows, not cheese, man. But the cheese. All right, equipment. Entity wearable shape element origin in shape attunement defines item type attunement did not define a step parent will not be visible. Ooh, I never. Oh, that's because the emblem is most likely it is a wearable thing. Oh, snap. I gotta add one line of code to all of this. One line. Let's go into survival. Shapes. Entity. Humanoid. Seraph. Clothing, I think? Yeah, I think it's clothing. Emblem. So let's take a look here. There we go. So angles, texture entity mode. Oh, you know, I don't think this is it, but nah, I'm just gonna set that to false. I don't think I need that. Step parent name, upper torso. That is what I need. Just like this. Enter. I think that's what I need. And then everything else can just go from there. Awesome. Oops. Right underneath origin. Right underneath origin. There we go. Save everything. Fireball. Reload. It could be like a backing, a shroud. I can make it, honestly, I can make it anything I want. The reason why I don't want a big footprint is because I want to make like armor, and I don't want to make something that I suddenly have to like scope my armor around. You know what I mean? So for instance, like the armor that I have on now, you know, if it was something big like a backpack, great, but something like a shroud, like I would have to like, you know, like it may look different depending on the armor that I make, right? What if I make something with spikes in the back, like my necromancer armor I want to make? All of a sudden I have to remember, oh, I got this like cape thing on my, you know, on my back and shoulders that now has spikes and bone kind of glitching through it, you know? I figured something like low to where it's just like a rune on your forehead would maybe be better, but I have no idea. No idea. All right, it looks like that is a lot happier now. That is a heck of a lot happier. Although I still don't see anything, but the item's right there. Let's see if I can equip it. Nope. Dropped it right away. Oh, you know why? Yep. It's because it's not soulbound. It's not soulbound to me. I hate my job. Lol, finally here. Hello. Hey, Foxy Woxy. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well myself. Hope work was all right. It's funny because it's like 4:08 right now p.m. So I'm done with work, but I have to sign back in at 9:30 tonight to get ready for a couple of things that I got to do at starting at 10 p.m. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Kind of. Na-da-ba-dum-bum-bum. Kind of disappointed that I can't see this. I've never made an emblem before though, so what we're gonna have to do now is I gotta go into wearable magic stats. We gotta go into here. And what I will do for now is do a copy and paste of this. So if it's my mod ID and it's called attunement core, if it contains that, then we're not going to automatically take it back off. Still does it. Oh, I gotta add the exclude here. This would be attunement core. There we go. Now I can equip it. So technically this is on. This is on me right now. It's just empty and we won't be able to see it on our person. I think even if I take off the chest piece. Oh no, there it is. It's on my elbow. Oh, it's floating off to the side. Isn't that great? You know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. We are going to hold on. Let me pull up something here. Let's go over here. This right here. Copy everything. This is what we're gonna do. Where is it? Here we go. Paste. There we go. Undo. There we go. Anything that says pendants to, change it to material. There we go. Perfect. It's beautiful. And I think for this it needs to be game : but I will remove that because I don't want that. All right, so now I'm just gonna do a copy, paste, undo, paste, undo. All right, let's save all, fireball it in, and reload the game. I don't know the positioning based on your avatar, but the other emblems do, so I'm just copying that code to give me a base. So I don't have to sit there and be like, where exactly is it? There it is. It's right on my chest. It's white. It looks like that. That's perfect. Look at that. It's beautiful. Beautiful. I got a medal. Pretty. All right, let's what I'm gonna do now is just go back into, you know, I should have probably copied this instead. Yeah, I probably should have just copied that one, but that's okay. Pull up the model creator again. I'm gonna get rid of the extra like tag there. You know, actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to open it. Okay, so that is the position it needed to be in. Weird. I could get rid of the whole ribbon part, but, you know, for now, I guess I'll just keep it. Doesn't matter. There we go. All right, let me clear some of the stuff out here. Get rid of that. I want to keep my armor. Let's go back into equipment. Let's scroll down. So I still won't see it here. It's because I could fix that right now. Let's go back to here, items, wearable, emblem. So I just need to copy this stuff here. Man, I was excited about that Mario Brothership game because it looked kind of cool. Man, I dodged a bullet with that one. That game looks so freaking boring. It's because I'm like, oh, you know, I've been waiting for like a new game that's like, oh, is the blue seal the one that I was doing? Square emblem. I think this is the one that I want right there, which means that goes away. But yeah, that game looks like a slog. I was looking forward to something that was gonna be similar to the old Mario RPG, you know, like recapture those feelings. It looks brutal, brutally slow. Equipment. There we go. So we can actually see these now, right? Nothing's like attuned or anything yet. Or attunable, I should say. And I won't enable that until we got this kind of under control. So what I think I'm going to do, let's pull one of each out. Yeah, and I can't just right click on it. It wants me to soulbind, but the soulbind logic isn't there yet. All right. So what I want to do is affect your character when this is enabled, right? When you put this on, I want you to attune to whatever the element is. I think the best way to do that is just to write an int to your player. 0 is going to have no attunement, which will be the default. And then 1 could be light, 2 could be neutral, 3 could be darkness, right? So let's do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is hop into enums. I'm going to copy like the magical trait. Nah, let's copy a small one. There we go. Oh shit, I could just reuse this. None, and then neutral, light, and dark. You know, I'm not gonna reuse that. We will copy and paste this. And I'm gonna call this essence attunement. Essence attunement. This will be the enum that I use. Let's go into the magic stats. I believe that is going to be... I don't think it's an abstract, right? Yeah, it's not an abstract. Oh, which one is it? Which one is it? Stats modifier, here we go. So I'm going to paste this in. I will call this nice and easy. Essence attunement type. Essence attunement type. This is not going to be a float, it's just going to be an int. And you'll all see what I'm going to do here in just a little bit. Now let's go into the main heart of this mod, which is up here. Nope, it's a little further down. There it is. Magic knowledge. We are going to scroll down or scroll up. Where are they? Watched attributes. This is what I want. So I'm going to copy this. We're gonna go towards the bottom. Paste this in. So this is going to be called essence attunement. Copy, paste, and there it is, paste. Now we're going to have to create a key, a string key here. Essence attunement. Now we got to go into here, copy, paste. This is going to be an int. So I should say behavior, watched attribute, dash, essence, attunement type. attunement, yep, that's good. Watched attribute, dash essence attunement type. There we go. The modded gamer, this is another thing that I do. Any of my keys that I use for like watched attributes or inventory all end in an underscore RM in this case for this mod, or whatever my mod abbreviation is. So if there's an error even there, I could see that it's through my mod, right? How many generic inventories are there throughout everyone's mod in the game? I guarantee you there's going to be only one kind that's related to me that has an underscore and then, you know, whatever my mod ID is at the end. There's only one. You know, I'm not going to put watched attribute. I'm just going to do entity behavior Yeah, you know, I will have watched attribute. Here we go. Now I got to come back into here. We got to pop this right there. Perfect. So what I just did there is I created a new variable here, right, called essence attunement. It's going to run on your character. It's going to be usable. What I also have to do is come on down to first time unlocks. Maybe it's under miscellaneous. Here we go. Default values, right? Default values. So right here, I want to do the essence attunement, right? I want to see if you don't have the attribute on first login, and if you don't, I'm going to initialize it for you. So there's no question. You will always start off with no attunement right when you enter. Bam. So that defaults it for us. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and build that. And now we have to go back into, not here, but right here, wearable magic stats. All right. So I'm going to have to do a couple of things. First thing is starting with this. Copy. Paste. So I'm going to pull from my magic stats, right? This file, this right here. And basically, I can copy one of these, right? And instead of mana regen, it's going to be the essence type. And I'll put in essence type there, right? So we will be adding to the essence type. And now we're going to come down to here. Paste. It's going to be setting an int on the player. All right. And this is going to be watched attribute underscore essence attunement type. And this will be dot essence attunement type. There we go. So now this system is pretty much done. What I can do is go into here. Into here. And this part that I got rid of, we're gonna uncomment this out. And the reason why I'm doing it like this is because if someone, I try to make my mods, especially the magic mod, into make it as easy for other people to mod as I can, you know, to what my knowledge can provide. So now if someone wants to make their own version of this attunement core, they can, you know, make a simple JSON item, and they can manipulate things from JSON only. So for instance, we are going to pull up light, right? So if it's light, I'm terrible at typing, so I'm just going to do a copy and paste here. Bam. Right, so we will put in like 1, right? Essence attunement type 1. 1 will be light. 0 will be nothing, right? So 1 is light. Copy. Paste. Neutral. Neutral will be 2. Darkness will be 3. And the reason why I made it an int, right, is because I can keep adding essence types if I want. If I want to suddenly be like, you know what? People want to be like a fire mage only or whatever it is. I can just keep adding down the numbers and then just spooling out different effects with each one. Right? And then what I'm going to do just for fun is when you put this pin on, it will give you 10 extra maximum mana. Bam. That way, when we put it on, we will see the change going through, even though I'm not technically using this Essence Attunement type yet. Ba-bum-bum. So we're going to build, and I can hop back in. We got to be clever than the code we're working with. Let's see if I'm missing anything here. It's funny, my old job, I'm getting things here. Oh, okay, that's I every once in a while through the 911 system, like I think the guys are not the guys that they have taking care of the VoIP systems are not that good, I guess. They've yet to remove my phone number, my cell phone number from the 911 calling stuff. So every once in a while I'll get something coming in and it's like, you guys still didn't remove it? Come on, man. All right, so right now I have my armor bonus is 15. If I put this on, my armor bonus looks like it's still 15. Okay. 200 0 15. 200 0 15. So right now it is not, looks like it is not applying the stat bonus, which is fine. Let's go back into here. I think I am missing one thing. Right here. I never registered it. That's what it was. Copy, paste. Thought I missed one thing here. Let's go ahead and close out. So magic modifier, right? And then this is going to be essence attunement type. And this right here, I like to keep things the same. So I'm literally just going to do a copy and paste for the name. Copy that whole thing. Let's go back into here. Paste. Essence attunement type right there. And I think I got to do it one other place, maybe. Let's look at this. Kind of scroll all the way down. Yep, I got to register the stat here as a weighted sum stat. So we're going to do magic stat modifier, essence attunement type. Make it a weighted sum. And let's start the game again. So now when you put this on, we should gain the 10 mana. And we should also, behind the scenes, it should update our... you know, the number, right? The main number that we care about. Look at this litter on the floor. All right, so take it off, put it back on. Nope, still not doing it. Now! All right, what else am I missing? Am I missing anything else? Let's take a look at this. You know what? Let's actually go into here. If the slot is not empty, let's put in a print statement right here. Let's do RMR references dot logger, and I will say equip. Let's see if it's even getting in here for a stat change. Yep. So it did get in there. So that should be working. Let me double check. So we got the player stats. I got the attunement. I'm rewriting this right here. And I don't think there's much else to do there. Ooh, one thing I should do. We'll close this out, open this back up. I can close that out and that out and that out. There we go. X Graveborn just subscribed on looks like that is YouTube. I can't really see YouTube chat, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, so magic stat modifier. Weird, it should be working. That's weird, man. There, we're gonna reload there. I think there was some unsaved change there. Oh, and we could also look at the arm piece, right? Let's do that. Let me minimize shapes. Let me minimize shaders. Let me minimize recipes. I have too many things open. Get rid of my patches. This is what I want to look at side by side. Let's move this over. Item wearable soulbound. Ooh, I wonder if that's what's killing me. The soulbound part. Because I think if it's not soulbound, it does not add any stats to you. Yeah, right? Because if we come down to here, so attachment true, the slot is an emblem, warmth will be 0. And then we have max mana, right? And then I have the new one there. Yep, all that looks good. Yeah, so that should be fine. Get rid of this. What if I put this one on? Still nothing. All right, we will look at one more place. Oh, one moment. All right, I'm back. We had someone lock themselves out. All right. So I was going to look at the item wearable. Here it is. Copy, paste, right? So if this contains attunement core, do that. On interact step, let's copy this again. I just have to run some excludes right now, and then remember to take these excludes out. Copy, paste. I should have probably just copied that. Paste. I don't need anything there. Yep, everything else is good to go. Let's save that, fireball that in. There we go. So now I can just do the right click on this to equip each thing. Oh, and look at that. It says max mana plus 10 now, but it is not adding it to the armor bonus. Let's see if it works with the other new item that I created here. Let's pull up a bracelet. Let's do the buff duration one. See, I saw my mana move on that one. Oh, duh. Oh my god, I know why. It is working. It is working. Hold on. I wasn't reading the max mana and then applying whatever it is as an additive. So there we go. Look at that. It went up another 10. There we go. So we're at 35 because I'm getting 10 from this and 10 from this. If I take that off, yep, goes down to 25. That's what it is. So it was working the whole time. God damn it. All right. So we got this. You get a little badge when you attune to an element. I can throw one of those away. There we go. Guess I'll put my armor back on. See, I'm gonna get rid of it so you don't like see. I still think I want it to be like on your forehead. Let's remove the hat. You know what I mean? Just like right on the old forehead dome, you know? Or maybe I could have it like in your eyes, right? Like maybe although your eyes are already black. Be like an outline around your eye. I don't know. I love these shoulders for this armor. This armor set, like the boots and the shoulders. I think it looks pretty damn good. Oh, and I gotta test the new buffs too. That's what I should have done. I think they'll work, but let's do like soaring leap. I want to make sure soaring leap normally is 10. So good. I see 20-minute duration. Let's make sure that it actually adds 20 minutes. Yep, perfect. Love soaring leap. Jump 3 blocks high, baby. So, all right. That's looking good. That's looking good. Now I can start doing things with this number. So I can... There's only one problem that I see here. Maybe I shouldn't make it a JSON stat. Because it is technically additive. So if someone makes like a helmet with 1, and then like another helmet with like 2, it would add the 1 and the 2 to make 3, and then it would write that value as 3. So you would have a light and a neutral, and then you'd end up as a dark type, dark attuned player. Do I even wanna mess with that? I would have to probably put a disclaimer in. I guess I can't stop people from doing that. Like if you're gonna mod this, you do it responsibly, right? I think it's okay. And I'm only gonna have my stuff on on only one slot, right? You can have one emblem slot equipped at a time. I think I'm all right. We'll see. We'll see. I may not be all right. I don't know. But we will see. We will see. Now I just got to start making like bonuses. I got to start making perks for this stuff. Ooh. So I think what I need to do is start in here. What does attuning to an element mean? I think what I will have to do is obviously like attack spells should be better, right? Should be better. How do I want to write all of this stuff down? Do I have it living in the JSON with the item? Like, do I do I just create other variables here and be like, yeah, your attack damage from like, so you're light tuned, right? You're light themed. So fire spells, lightning spells, and nature spells do 25% more damage. And then what, the water, frost, and arcane spells do 25% less damage, right? Because you've chosen light, so you're shunning like the opposing darkness, right? The opposing elements. And then maybe you gain some like buff duration. That would be another thing. So from any of your light spells, your buff duration would be whatever. Maybe 25% longer. And then for the same thing, right? So you're kind of customizing there. What else can I give you? Let's make it daytime. Hold on, I kind of want to have fun with this. The swiftness and soaring leap, I kind of designed them to like be together. Right? So this is basically what you can do now as a mage. Oop. This feels so good. Oh my god, it feels so good. I love it. Feels so good. Permadeath. I've been kind of here while I'm setting up. I'm hyped for the soaring swift leap. Yeah, right. Yeah, Alpha 16's out. It has all of the spell rebalances. Everything is a lot more powerful. A lot more powerful. It feels good to be a mage now. It's gonna feel even better with attunement. So I still want you to have rust sickness when you're up against anything here. What if I do something where... What if I do something here? Here, let me stand in this that's too close. There we go. What if instead of like rust sickness, it like did something beneficial to you? Or maybe it just ignores rust sickness altogether. Ooh, update. I have to download that manually, I assume. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you gotta manually download it. It's in the Discord, in the Discord channel. I have it pinned. Alpha 16. You just have to download it, delete your old alpha, right? Pop in the new one and the new mod, and you're good to go. Yeah, you've been spoiled from like the mod database site, right? We've been spoiled. Yeah, this is... I don't know what more to really give you. I gotta really think about this. What does it mean to attune to an element? Like, what are the perks? What are the bonuses? Besides, of course, being better in one school of magic than the other. Greater transmutation. Boop. Turn that on. There we go. Get the stabilize buff. Less damage from said class, more damage to other said class. Well, yeah, I do have that, right? So let's say you attune to the light element, or the light, you're gonna attune to like essence, right? So you get a cluster of elements. So if I go light, fire magic, lightning magic, and nature magic will do like 25% more damage, but the opposing elements there will do 25% less damage when you cast them, right? So it would be water, frost, and arcane will do 25% less damage for being attuned, right? Because you're starting to specialize. Buffs, right? So if any buffs of the like light variety, those buffs will last maybe 50% longer. You know what I mean? So you know, for instance, like if you go darkness, then swiftness will last like 50% longer, you know, just because you're attuned to that element. Or, you know, fly, right? Fly will last 25 or 50% longer if you are neutral aligned. So I can do things like that. I can't think of much else though. You know, there's got to be negatives, right? There's got to be negatives, because I also want to make not attuning a viable thing. If you want to be a jack of all trades, you should be able to, right? I don't want to stand in the way of that. But I want to make it to where, like, you know what you want to be, you want to role play as that, and here's kind of the toolkit, right? You love fireball, you love fire magic, you want to be a fire mage, attuned to light, you know? And your fire attacks are going to hit harder than someone who is not. But there's got to be negatives too, but not like game-breaking negatives. Like I remember I got the original idea from Ars Magica to do this kind of system. And it's silly because there were like maybe three, like they had 10 things you could attune with. Out of those 10, there were 3 definite, like, they're so much better across the board, right? Because you had like the light holy, right? But every time you attacked something, you gained like nausea, like a debuff, which really sucked in a game that you have to like fight to survive. You know, if you go into darkness, you know, you start to like lose health in the dark, so you had to always be around light sources. Like it kind of ruined gameplay, you know, compared to other things. And the dark was worse. The dark was like, yeah, you can't be in light at all, not around torches, not in sunlight. Like in sunlight, I think you would catch on fire. You know, so it was very, you know, like you would never want to be those. I remember like the earth, right? It was like you would fall from 2 blocks and you would take like fall damage, you know, and then like it would magnify depending on your distance. Like you kill yourself easily on jumps that would maybe get rid of 1 heart before. And I still remember too, it was like you sink like a rock, so you lose the ability to swim. So if you were in a boat and you accidentally dismounted in the ocean, you would just sink to the bottom of the ocean and drown, because that was your thing. Lightning, like you would go into water and you would like short circuit and lose all of your mana going into water. You know, like there are all these like weird things. Fire, you would just straight up take damage if you were like swimming at all. So I don't know what kind of debuffs I even want to put on people right now. I don't know. Be funny. Don't jump in water, right? Ocean world, huh? Not today. Not today. And I only have 3. I only have 3 attunements, right? That you could choose from. So you would think it'd be an easier job to balance, but I just don't know what extra to give you. You know? Something like 10% run speed, you know, and little things like that, like traits. I feel like traits should be more for classes. And then I had the idea of like, well, instead of like attuning to an element, right? Why don't I just make some extra classes? But there are so many class mods out there, and some of them are kind of aggressive. Like they'll erase old classes, like other classes. Like there's some mods out there, I can't remember their names, but basically you cannot pick a Rust Mage because it like locks you into commoner, or you know what I mean? It overwrites for their like blacksmith and everything else. Like people didn't do the they didn't do like an add merge. They just did like an overwrite kind of thing for the classes in the game. Yeah. Oh, and I tried to make the debuff there not as annoying. Like it is a little more faded now, and you could see, like before it was so shimmery, you couldn't really see anything on your screen. Now it's like it's kind of distorted, and it's not all like washy and stuff. Like it's, I think the debuff is easier to swallow here. Man, I can't wait for 1.20 when we can get like solar eclipses, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I got to do something magical with that. Where are these damn wolves? Show yourself, cowards! Oh, the new summon light spell permadeath right there. That's the new summon light spell projectile. And people and admin owners can actually like decorate with them too, right? So I mean, well, technically you know anyone can, but GM1. Let me just make sure you can't like pick it up. Good. Well, one thing that I wanna do. Let's kind of jump. This is so fucking good. Oh my god, look at this. Who needs machines at all? Like, you just put a couple buffs on yourself and you're amazing. Oh my god, so cool. God, I love it. Oh man, I can't wait to play with this mod now. Damn. Can fly so easy. Who needs the fly spell? I'll never use it now. Just give me, oh my god, imagine velocity and not swiftness. Put on velocity with this jump. Ooh. Oh, I gotta make sure I put Featherfall on myself, but... Oh, did you see the new stuff, permadeath? Like, this is Soaring Leap. Did you see the me making these yesterday? About to go live myself. Oh, okay, lurk mode now. I got you. Yeah, I helped with the name. That's okay. That's what I thought. There were a couple people that I wanted to kind of show it off to. But yeah, well, enjoy. I'll probably be rating you in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. I'm very irresponsible though, because like I live stream right up to the point where I need to leave in like 5 minutes or less, and pull myself together, find my wallet and keys, and like head out. So yeah. Oh, there was something I saw. So if you have like GM1, right? If you break these, I think they give you the item. Yeah, that's actually not by design. They were supposed to shatter, and you don't get anything back. But now I feel weird. Like, do I take it away? Wait, really? Yeah, it was supposed to, the whole point of you positioning your ritual and everything was to not get this back. Like, this and the black hole are fragile things. Like, you can move around an obelisk, but these were specialty. Yeah, you move yours around because I have it wrong. So now it's like, do I set it for like the way I originally wanted it? Or, you know, like what do I do now? What do you think? Would it break your heart if I do what my original thing? That's the whole reason why it sounds like glass, right? You shatter it. Yeah, I have stuff to add to it too. When you hover over, I actually have text that doesn't show up there saying that, you know, if you break this, it's gone forever. Yeah, I like it. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now. So it'll be an alpha 17. So enjoy it while you can. Alpha, let's see. Block entity station. There's that. I need to come into the JSON. There we go. Block types. Devouring Void, Celestial Prism. See, I thought I did it right here, but apparently not. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, Celestial Prism. I bet it could be something in here. Like, I'm being looked at. No. On interact start. Weird. So this should be... Okay, lurk mode. All right, have fun. I'll be raiding you soon. Don't wait. So is it like in here? Let's look for anything that says drop. No, that's so bizarre. Did I get that array right? Let me take a look here. All right, so what else breaks? This array right here. See, I'm doing the same thing. So wait a minute. If you... Ooh, this is a good question here. If I break this... Not sure if I can, actually. Looks like I'm doing something. Maybe. Okay, so I can't break that. All right. Can't break that. Can't break it. So who knows? Maybe if you do break it, if you find a way to break it, it will drop itself. That's so weird. Why is it doing this? It's null. They're null. They're null. Oh, wait a minute. Is it something in here? Am I inheriting something? No, I'm not. I'm not. I guess I could override on block drop, I think is what it is. All right, so we got drops. On block broken, I think that may be where it is. Although it would still be looking for the array. Right? Because item stack get drops, so it's getting this right here, get drops. For now, I'm just gonna copy this. I'm gonna manually cut off getting that block dropped. You manually do it. Actually, I could come right into Rift Bloom because I do it here. Do 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 do. Get drops. Actually, would it be here? Maybe I gotta do on block broken. Maybe that. Alright, so this is the block station for this. Let's pop this in. Get blocks, get drops, overwrite, return, base. What if I just do return null? Build. All right, it's 5. I got like 5 minutes. I got 5 more, maybe 10 more minutes in me. Got maybe 10 more minutes. Hold on, I got a text here, maybe less. Yeah, so maybe 5 minutes. Maybe 5. Do. So let's put that back down. There we go. That's what it was. Fucking null. Shatters, baby. So let me copy this. I gotta open up. Ooh. Where is it? I gotta open up the block for the Devouring Void. Not the block entity, the block. There we go. So that should fix that. Gonna move those over. All right, so now I gotta tell you, right? If you break this, it disappears forever. Which is gonna be really easy. And I'll say, put this right here. Disappears if broken. There we go. Paste. All right, so I have to shut down the game again, right? Because I added a method. Now everything should be working as intended. Wish I would have remembered this before releasing Alpha 16. Let's go to this one. So I'm sitting there working today, and I hear something weird on the window. There's a fucking bird like flying into the window and like flapping its wings trying to get in. And I pull the curtain back over there. I'm just looking. I'm like, really? Like, are you feeling okay, birdie? Like, Jesus Christ, do you have rabies? What the hell is going on? Fucking bird. The weirdest sound. There you go. So I'll pull a couple of those. It's kind of Devouring Void. Harassed by a bird today. That's how my day went. Just as good as you would imagine it being. Alright. Game mode 1, right? So disappears if broken. Yep. Disappears. Perfect. I feel like the hitboxes maybe should be smaller. Well, the problem is the Devouring Void's pretty big. And you have to like right click on these to, you know what, I won't change the hitboxes. Although I feel like I should now, huh? Let's make it, let's do GM2. Let's make it nighttime. Yeah, I could thin this out a little. Let's do .ps edit or .ps edit. Oops, let's do 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. So it's still wrapped around, but it's not like ridiculous. VS edit. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Copy that. You know what? That may actually be a little better. And you can get to, you know, the blocks underneath, so you want to put a carpet underneath or something, you can. I think that's a good idea. All right, we're gonna add that as well. God, I'm just nitpicking things now. Jesus, I got nothing else to work on. The update's like done. It's freaking done. This is where people get creative spells from me in my boredom. I did want to add shamanistic spells. Like spirit of, you know, whatever the animal is. So selection box here. Hold on. I want a collision box as well with the celestial prism. I want them to be the same. Ah, shit. Yeah, because that's still, I still cannot enter that circle. I want you to be able to get close to it if you can. Fucking breaking it, Jesus. That's pretty good. You know what? I could probably thin this out a little bit more. Right? Something like that. It kind of gets rid of the whole thing. And just wraps it around the center. I could also just get rid of the highlight, or at least make it a different color, like make it purple or something. White for the one, purple for the other. Could do that. Man, I am really nitpicking this. Holy crap. You know, it's fine the way it is. It's a freaking hitbox. It's fine the way it is. I don't really have much else to work on. I need to come up with a list of ideas for attunement. I gotta make it worth it, but I also have to give you detrimental things, right? Like I gotta give you reasons to balance out the fact that you're gonna hit like a truck with these other things. You know, like there's gotta be some kind of trade-off. Something gained and something traded. I don't know what that is. I could add like spell haste as well. Like you could cast some of those spells like faster as well. You know, of whatever the type is, but the other ones are slower. That feels like a hurtful thing to do. And I can have it to where it stacks with your staff. So maybe it'll be like a 20% bonus, which would bring a Rust Mage with an Archmage staff up to 70% spell haste for that particular spell. Jesus, I don't know. Mass transmutation. Boop. Yeah. Oh, the incinerate spell. Did I fix that? Good. I just wanted to make sure. All right, let's find someone to raid. Boom. What's with all this stuff? Like, this whole knocking thing is so bizarre, I think. Hey, permadeath is on. And they're using the magic mod, my man. All right, we will raid permadeath. Exclamation raid permadeath games / exclamation raid. Man, people really ducked out. Well, thank you very much for watching me. Alpha 16 is good to go. Alpha 17, I'm gonna hold on to it. You know, it's gonna have a little quality of life things. Really, I'm just relying on feedback now. I'm gonna need feedback for like how spells feel, what spells maybe need to be reduced, something needs to be more powerful. You know, that's kind of where I am right now, the phase of this mod. All the major systems have been put back in. I basically have to look at soul magic and what that's going to be, lunar magic and what that's going to be, and elemental attunements and what that looks like. And we're already starting to wrap our minds around that. So, fun. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Adios. See you later. Bye.